3.7 quadratic inequalities. So we want to start with a positive leading coefficient. So we've got a positive leading coefficient. If you got a negative leading coefficient, multiply by -1. And remember, you have to flip the inequality symbols. So we're always going to start with the positive leading coefficient and go from there. The first step is to find the critical values by solving the corresponding quadratic equation. So change the inequality to an equal sign. Solve this quadratic using whatever appropriate technique, and then the x values are known as critical values. Critical values separate the number line. So in the second step, we're going to separate the number line at the critical values. Now we have three intervals. We've got the left interval, the middle interval, and the right interval. And we are going to test a point in each interval. It must be strictly inside the interval. So in -infinity to 2, I'm going to test x equals 0, and I substitute that back into the original inequality. That gives me a false statement that says 10 is less than or equal to 0. So that means this interval is not part of the solution set. In the middle, I'll test x equals 3, and we get a true statement. So that test does give us a true statement. So the middle interval is in the solution set. The right interval, when we test x equals 6, gives us a false statement. So the interval on the right is not in the solution set. So when we shade the number line with whatever intervals are in the solution set, and then write the solution using interval notation. So we have bracket 2, comma 5, bracket. That's a closed interval because the original inequality had less than or equal to, so we do include 2 and 5. So now we've got x squared minus 9 greater than 0. So same exact steps. Solving the quadratic equation to get critical values, we get 3 and -3. We separate the number line at 3 and -3. This time when we test the left interval and the right interval, we get true statements. So -infinity to -3 is going to be in the solution, and 3 to infinity is going to be in the solution. But when we test x equals 0 in the middle, we get a false statement, and that is not part of the solution set. So we shade the number line and write the solution set using interval notation. Parentheses -infinity, comma -3, parentheses union, parentheses 3, comma infinity, parentheses would be the interval notation for that solution.